Hello, thanks for being here. Today I'll be making some rice and broccoli, some chicken tenders, and a cucumber, onion, and tomato salad. So right here I've chopped up some onions, and I'm going to chop up my broccoli. I'm just going to break them off, as you can see, and then sort of split them so they won't be too huge. Of course, you have to rinse them and make sure that they're not dirty before you slice them up, okay? Now I'm going to add some butter to my pan. It's melted a little. It's ready to go. Let's add those onions. Yeah, and like I said in the beginning, you add the ingredients to your desired liking. As much or as little of everything as you see me using, okay? So we have those onions translucent. We only cook them for a few minutes. That's all. That's all it takes. My rice I've rinsed till it ran clear. I'm gonna add that in, and that's about a cup. I'm going to try and tell you what I use, that of which I can. And we're going to cook this rice till you can kind of smell it toasty, and that was about 3 minutes or so. Adding some more butter for flavor. Nothing better than buttery rice. I could eat that for breakfast, just butter and rice. And here I have some chicken bouillon. I'm gonna add some in. I'm gonna add some water and make some broth. That's it. And that's about 2 cups. Oh, that's a little more. That's about 2.5 cups, I'm thinking. And after we toast this up, we're just going to add in the broccoli. Some minced garlic and parsley. Pepper. And I like this seasoning. I don't know if you haven't tried it. Vegeta. I think I'm pronouncing it right, but it is so flavorful. Get that in there. Get that mixed well. I'm just going to add most of it in. Yeah, that's 3 cups, I'm sorry. I'm going to add about 2 of those cups in, and if we need some later, we'll add it. We probably will. That's 1 cup of water to 2 cups of broth. That's tasting really good there. Some red pepper flakes. Not too many. I don't want it to be hot. I just want to get that little hint of hot spice. You bring that up to a boil, and then when it comes up to a boil, you just turn it down on a very low and let it cook until it about dries out. You want to leave it kind of moist because it's going to continue to cook. And turn it off. That's how you make rice. Same way. You're making plain old rice. Same way. Oh, excuse me. See? And it's still a little moist. But that should about do it for me. And I'm going to put it in a container. And I'm going to let it finish cooking. And it should be perfect. It's very flavorful. That's what you want. Not salty, flavorful. There you go. And this is a quick meal too. If you don't want to be in the kitchen forever, this would be a nice, satisfying, quick meal. I like to cook my food and put it in containers that I'm going to store it in. That way you can wash all your dishes. I think I say it quite often. You can wash all your dishes and be done. You want to sit down and eat and not worry about who's going to do the dishes later. So you just do that as you go. And this is some Parmesan cheese. Just going to sprinkle a little on the top, but you know, then you can leave it out for those that want more. They can put it on their own individual servings. There you go. That's done. Okay, in the same pan, I'm going to cook these chicken tenders. And I've already cleaned them, of course. We're just going to flatten them out a little bit. Not too much because they're already tender. Like this. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm letting spray my pan and let it heat up. You know, want to put your chicken tenders in a cold pan. Butter, because butter makes it better. And that was olive oil. Not olive oil, I'm sorry. That was avocado oil that I sprayed into the pan. You have to season these up. You don't need too much because it's a really thin piece of meat, so you only need to season it lightly. And this is paprika and Sazon everything mix, which I love. I've already did that side. You ain't see that, did you? Because you blinked. Now we're going to season up this other side. Lightly seasoned, as I said before. Or if you like your food, some people like their food salty. I just don't recommend it. So, you know, as always, be careful with the seasonings that have salt in them. Besides, salt isn't good for you, right? Not too much. This is going to take not long, maybe a few minutes on each side. When you see the edges like on the outside, I'll show you. See how around the edges are white. That's when you turn them over. And then you cook the other side for a couple minutes. And they're ready. pretty much. I just want mine to have a little color. I could use the juices from these tenders and make a little sauce to go over them, but we're not gonna do it this time. Maybe next time. Trying to get out of this picture. There you go. Now if you're cooking too long, they're gonna be dry, like biting a piece of cardboard. So make sure if you're making this, to only cook them a few minutes on each side, okay? Done. Now I've took most of the skin off of my cucumber, and I rub the bottom like that. That's what my mother taught me anyway, so many years ago. Said that pulls the bitterness out of the cucumber. So I just do it. I just left a little color on the cucumber just for a little decoration. See how I cut them. And use your mandolin if you want them perfectly sliced. I don't have time for that right now. But a mandolin will make them all uniform. And you can slice your onion and your tomato if you like. But I'm just gonna do it like this. It's quicker anyway. I don't have to pull it out and wash it and all of that. So this will do this time. You know, you cook according to the way you feel most of the time. And I don't feel like it. As thick or as thin as you want these tomatoes. And you want to do it a little bit ahead of time so that your flavors will have a chance to soak into your tomatoes, cucumbers, and your onions. Let's sit in the fridge and chill a bit. I really I prefer purple onions to go in here, or red, or whichever color you call it, but I didn't have any today, so I'm going to use this sweet onion. It's just as good though. In we go. A little pepper, some salt, olive oil, no, not olive oil, avocado oil, or you can use the olive oil too. Use any kind of oil you want. You can use vegetable oil, any kind of oil you like. Red wine vinegar, and when you weren't looking, I also added some white vinegar. Let's get this all mixed up. Hands, the best tools in the house. Clean hands, that is. The best tools in the house, please believe me. Rinse these hands off. And there you have it. Yum. And here's our meal. We have salad, broccoli, rice, and your chicken tenders. So good. Wasn't that easy? Love y'all. Don't forget to pray.